Oh, so, all right.
Lean to your left.
Are we ready? Yeah, thank you. All right, sports fans, this is show number 165. And before we start, I'd like to starting again.
Yep.
I'd like to remind you that this is D-Day, 48 years ago. Gino, you want to tell everybody what happened on D-Day?
Oh my God, D-Day.
Gino,
People
just
don't
tell
understand what they're doing.
What?
The service, D-Day, okay?
Sorry,
Occupy Europe.
What?
That's the D-Day.
We didn't occupy Europe.
us.
It was a jerk. We did. It was
The American came all the way to Europe to save us from the German.
Well, thank you for lousing it up. It was in Normandy. It wasn't just us. There was the British were there too, Canadians, the Australians. 1944, Eisenhower was the general. He had 2 letters written. One where they didn't make it, and 2 where they did make it. He didn't know what was happening. And did he resign if it didn't? I don't know. Was Eisenhower going to resign if it didn't go?
He was.
If it didn't make it?
He mentioned it, but he made it.
All right, it was because the U.S. Navy saved the day.
Yeah.
They were losing at first, and then the Navy came in and turned the tide. And the people on the beach had to get off the beach, or else they'd just be dead meat, literally. They had to climb the rocks up there, and they came around in behind the Germans. And
they were lucky.
Then got them from the rear.
But many lives were lost.
Oh, yeah. Just
it was
terrible.
a terrible.
Then the paratroopers landed in the wrong place. Great.
Yikes.
A lot of service people die.
Oh, yeah. They didn't. I don't know why they don't teach these things anymore, because there'd be no Jews left in the world except for the ones who were hiding or rebels. And you would be speaking German or Japanese.
I can only speak Spanish.
Huh?
I can only speak Spanish other than English.
You will learn to speak.
We'd all be forced to learn.
Somebody's phone's ringing, Gino.
Not mine.
No, mine's turned off. What do you? All right, forget about it. We have 2 lovely young women here.
Thank you.
No, not me. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Our guest today is Lori Hand, she's a doula. We'll explain what that is later. Let's give Lori a hand. Come on.
Thank you.
Kind of funny, give Lori a hand.
I know.
Give a hand, Lori. There you go. Thank you very much, Lori Hand.
Thank you.
And then we have the lovely, the vivacious. What's your name again, Lucy? Lucy Hutchins. All right, let's give her a hand. All right.
And what does she do?
I know, she's a bookie. No, Lucy has her own dietitian, nutrition business, which I will be managing both of them. We're merging.
Yes.
When's the IPO, initial public offering? Is that coming
You're
out
merging,
soon?
I'm the treasurer.
You're urging. No, there won't be any money left for you to handle. I'm urging, yes, and you can talk about your business, but first, our sponsor.
Okay.
No, wait. Now, would you explain what a doula is?
A doula is a birthing coach, so we work with you from the time that you become pregnant and decide that you want assistance up until a couple weeks after delivery. We help you with nutrition, with labor, support, breastfeeding, and afterwards with the care of the baby. For a couple weeks after, we will help advise you on sleeping and feeding habits and care.
Actually, non-sleeping.
Yeah, right. That was me for 2 years.
Yeah, well, 5 years, 6. So now,
I wish I had known about doulas when I had delivered, because it would have made life a lot easier for me.
Wouldn't there show Michigabula, doula? No, okay.
It's a song, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thank you. See, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, you are, but still.
But that's one. Thank you very much.
So how many kids do you have?
I have 1.
And what made you want to be a doula?
So I was dating a gentleman, and we were walking his dog one night when he took a phone call. And I heard a lot of the conversation, and after he hung up, I said, Jack, what was that thing, that you were talking about? And he goes, what, doula? And I said, yeah, doula, what is that? And he said, well, it's basically a woman who helps a woman deliver a baby. And I went, oh my God, there's such a thing? I had never heard of it before, and he said, oh yeah, my friend Tara, she runs her own business, she's got an agency, blah, 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 blah. And I said, I'd love to learn more about this. And he said, great, I'll have Tara call you. So she did. A couple weeks later, she called me. We spent 45 minutes on the phone, and I knew from talking to her that this is exactly what I wanted to do. You know, sometimes you go through life looking at all these different careers, and there's just one out there that never approaches you until somebody drops something.
Yeah.
And that's
like
what
being
happened.
a TV star, you know.
Right, now here we are, TV
Here we
stars.
are having a party.
It's calling right here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my calling.
You spent all this time being a meteorologist.
Yeah.
And
When I'm calling you. So, how long ago was that with?
Oh, with Jack, that was a few years ago. It took me, I was in a corporate job at the time, so I had to figure out how to get out of that, be able to manage going for training and all of that.
What kind of job was that?
So it was multi. I was supporting a senior vice president. I was doing event planning and project management.
Hey, what's your husband's name again? Luke?
Mark?
Get Mark to call up on this.
Bible books.
And if anybody gets sick, he can take care of it too.
Right. We can just like have a whole business together.
That's
I'll do the
right.
nutrition, you help the mama.
Right.
And he can build the
Childbirth.
cribs.
He can build the crib and while he's attending to
That's
the
right, because he's doing
person
woodworking
now.
now.
Yeah.
Anybody need medical
Perfect.
attention, dial. He could be, why can't he do it being a nurse on his own business?
Yeah, there's always that too.
You hear that, folks? What's that number again? Why not?
Maybe.
Why not?
So I want to hear more about the doula, though.
I'm going to kill my neck here.
What do you feel like would be, I don't know, what's like the biggest thing that you could help somebody with, like during labor?
Pain management. So if they have a birthing plan where they absolutely refuse or desire not to have any medication, if they're having a very tough labor, it takes a lot to sustain and stick to the plan, and that's where a doula comes in. We work with them to try to keep them on their plan, distracting them, massaging them, keeping them hydrated, walking them, changing their positions, whatever we can to help them get through their labor so that they don't end up deviating from their plan.
Why wouldn't they want any medication? They're into pain?
No, they want to go all natural. They don't want to put medicine in their body.
They what?
They don't want to put medication or medicine into their body.
Well,
They
give it
want-
to me then. I don't.
Yeah, no, so I had 3 kids, all natural, all 3 of them.
Yep.
Last
no,
one
no
was
medicine.
all natural.
No medicine?
No medicine.
I'm surrounded by a sicko here. What is going
Yep.
on?
I went natural too.
Did you cry?
Did you really?
Absolutely.
All right, move over.
There was no
'cause
When you
crying.
push,
No, there
you
might
didn't
have been
cry?
some screaming,
The husband was crying,
some
right?
swearing, maybe.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh,
And
that's
then
natural.
The 3rd one was at home, so I didn't even have any option.
But you had a nurse there.
I had a nurse. I had
No,
2
wasn't he
midwives.
nursing it?
Well, yeah. So my husband's a nurse, a registered nurse, and then I had 2 midwives there at the house.
Wow, two.
What's the difference
So
between a
it was her
midwife and a
assistant.
doula?
What?
Is that too fast for you?
Yeah, she was talking
a great
too.
question. He asked, "What's the difference between a midwife and a
See,
doula?"
she heard
Oh,
me 'cause
okay.
she's from New Ipswich.
Yeah, I know Ed speak.
You're from Tewksbury, so don't worry about it. What
Yeah,
is
we're a
the
little different in
difference?
Tewksbury.
Oh, yeah?
The difference is that we're not medically trained, so we don't do the delivery.
Oh.
We will be there to help, you know, guide or whatever, keep communication going between the midwife or the doctor, the staff, and the delivering person. But we do not intervene, we do not recommend anything medically, and we do not put our 2 cents in. That is between the staff and the delivering person.
You're there to support the mom.
Absolutely,
And to make her
that's
as
it.
comfortable as possible.
Yep.
You know,
yep.
I see another business here. Nursing, nutrition, and dueling.
As long as I'm not there for the labor, because that just.
Why not?
Because I had enough of my own labor.
Don't you like
It's
screaming?
different when they're laboring, though.
It's
It is,
different.
because I had my own, right?
Yeah.
I went completely natural as well. So I would, what?
You tell them to shut up. You're bothering them. I'm trying to read a book.
No. So would you go with them into the hospital, or is this just for people that are, working with a midwife outside the hospital?
Whatever they prefer. Whatever they prefer. I have heard that there's a new trend of people delivering at home without anybody, just the assistance of their partner.
What?
Wow.
What, are they
Yeah.
asking for trouble?
I know that it does worry me, but
I mean, when Gino gave birth,
hopefully.
you didn't have, you had somebody there, didn't you?
would you keep quiet?
Thank you.
you were saying.
Hopefully
right,
they're
man?
close enough to a hospital, so if there are any
But that's not.
complications
So what about the railroad track and the train decides to come through? Right?
The what? The
A
what?
railroad track and a train comes through, a freight train, see? They're not going to get through.
So you're worried about the time it takes to
I get it. I
So
get it.
anything has been in their way. What about the car doesn't start?
Right, that's true.
Right?
That is true. There's always, a chance of something going
So
wrong.
that's what got me to deliver at home, actually, that third time, because my first delivery was fine, but it was quick. And then we moved kind of far away, so there was now an hour drive to the hospital.
Oh, but you could hang on.
And I was so worried. My anxiety was like sky high. They ended up just having me come in and spend the night because I just was so worried that I would go into labor and not make it to the hospital.
Especially if you went quick with the first
Right.
one.
They
want you in when your contractions are
nervous.
10 minutes apart for the second one.
Yeah.
Which normally they'll want you in at 5 minutes apart.
I had that problem too.
Yeah. Did it take you a long time?
It took me a while.
Yeah,
They could say,
okay.
well, where's the kid coming out here? What's going on?
Yeah.
And Oprah was there for, wow, we have a show.
They have done tests, honest to God, where they have hooked men up to electrodes and simulated birthing pains, okay, contractions and stuff.
What?
The men have made it 15 minutes, and they're like, forget it, I can't do this.
Yeah.
They can't deal with the pain. That tells you how intense and how strong women are,
Yeah. And,
Or,
or birthing people are, yeah.
well,
and I don't want to make it sound like I'm super strong because
Oh, go ahead.
honestly, on those first two, I was asking for medication. There was that point where I got, and I said, forget this. And the first time they said, okay, we'll do medication, but why don't you try the tub first? And so I got into the water, and that helped. And so I was able to get through it. But I was definitely, before I got into the tub, I was definitely ready for anything. And then the second one, I was definitely asking. They offered nitrous at the time. They didn't with my first. So the second one, they were offering nitrous. And so at first I had said, no, I did it with the first one. I could do it with the second one. That wasn't going well. So I was definitely demanding at least nitrous. And by the time they got the tank over to me, they said, it's too late. You have to start pushing. So I would have caved because I was definitely ready to be done with the pain.
And the third one?
The third one, there was no option because I was at home. So there was nothing to yell and scream for. Nobody was bringing me anything.
Carly Simon wrote the song, I haven't got time for the pain, right?
There you go.
Should've been singing
It's
that.
all about birthing, yeah.
Yep, and by the third one, it's so fast that you don't have time for anything.
What about with
Right,
you pregnant?
exactly.
Do you have any trouble?
I'll let you know when I get pregnant,
Oh,
okay?
okay, good.
I'll come in TV.
Had somebody reverse the charges.
Jeez. No, but one of the tactics that I use is just distractibility.
Yeah.
It helps a lot.
Oh, I could distract
You'd be
them.
great in there, Ed.
Hey, what are you cramping about? I got a headache. Stop it. I've had it for 3 days. Now knock it off. You're bothering me.
I was super tempted to get a doula for that third one,
Yep.
being at home, and I knew somebody that was had just became a doula, and she really wanted to work with me. And then my husband was feeling a little uncomfortable about having another person in the room, and so but because he's a nurse, he had already been through it twice, and he's the type of guy that was involved. He'll listen to me. He'll,
He was in tune with you.
He was in tune. He
Yeah.
could tell what. 'Cause
That's
I
huge.
wasn't really talking, but he could tell what I needed, and so that worked. But if I didn't have that support, I couldn't imagine trying to do it.
It would have been a totally different
without,
experience for you.
And all men are different, so
They are.
they're not
Let me write this
comfortable.
down. All men are different. Gino, write that down for me.
But she's right.
Some men are
Lucy
more
is
comfortable.
correct.
Some men are totally not.
I have walked in, they call you at a certain point depending on your agreement. Now, I could be there when they go into labor and stay with them until they deliver, or I could go and meet them when they're in active labor, like 6 centimeters dilated. It all depends on what our agreement is and what they want. And this one that had contracted me was for later labor. So I showed up at the hospital, and as soon as I walked in, the husband went and laid down and went to sleep.
Wow.
What?
But that's what he needed.
Yeah.
He had been up with her for so many hours, and even though
Yeah.
she was
was so
exhausted,
exhausted.
he was not going to be any help at the end until he
Yes.
got a nap in.
I would have yelled at him.
No, but
That would
that is a very good point, is that whoever your partner is, whether it's your spouse or whoever your birth partner is, they need a break too.
Exactly.
And that's another great use for a doula.
Right, and I had another couple who the partner was a man, and he was diabetic. So I had to keep an eye on him and make sure that he was doing okay. And at certain points, I could see that he was getting a little like, whoa. And I was like, okay, Kurt, go sit, go eat something, test your insulin, do whatever you have to do, but you're not going to be any good if you pass out on me. You know, so.
Right, yeah.
person.
Some people are kind of queasy.
You pass out on me, I'll never forgive you.
But, you know, so a doula serves dual purposes.
Ooh, write that
like
down,
that?
Gino. A doula serves dual purposes. Here's a pen, get over there. All right, before we forgetteth.
Forgetteth?
Yes,
Yeah,
Shakespeare. Yes, thank you. You have your business. You can put what's that?
Contact information.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thanks, Gino, for helping me.
Yes, so if they want to put that up, I've already sent the
Did
info
you put
in.
the information up for her business?
And so you're in Tewksbury, so what area do you cover?
I cover all of, well, basically a good range. I've been to different parts of New Hampshire and different parts of Mass, so I'll go like within an hour and a half from home.
We're having a problem. Do we have the information to put up?
I'm sure they're working on it.
Somebody say something.
There we go. Here we go. What's that?
I
There
can
we
see
go.
it through the window.
Yep.
Well, I couldn't see it
So-
because I'm falling over.
It's there.
Wait a minute, it looks like you.
There we go.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Hey, your hair
There's
looks
my
different.
card.
What happened?
Doula at hand. Awesome.
Yeah.
Serving
So
Massachusetts,
it's a play.
Southern New Hampshire. Lori Hand is doula.
Oh, your last
Hand.
name is Hand?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
it's a play on my name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yep.
Very cute.
Awesome. So they would contact you, and and there's more information.
Can we
Here's my
print it a little
brochure.
smaller,
Yep.
please? So we could
It's my
not read
brochure.
that? Huh?
That's my brochure.
So they would contact you, and what do you?
Thank
how do
you.
you help them before actual?
Wait a minute, here's
labor?
another photo of you. How many pages is the brochure?
2. It's a trifold, so it's an 8.5 by 11 sheet. So you fold it, and it's printed on both sides.
8.5 by 11 feet?
Sheet.
Oh, sheet. All right.
Old ears.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now getting back to, we'll be back after this commercial word. No, Gina, you've been awful quiet, and I like it. So,
Yes, we were talking about what she helps with before the actual labor.
Yep, I have all kinds of recommendations if they're looking for nutritionists or breastfeeding and furniture buying, chiropractors. I mean, you name it, I have a list, and I can give them recommendations for anything that they're looking for.
Does your husband do chiropractic?
No.
Well, tell him to
too
get
bad,
started.
too bad.
Put down that wood carpenter
No, but you
stuff.
know what I heard is that people now have chiropractors for infants, newborns.
Yep, and animals.
That's new.
What?
Oh, I hadn't heard that one.
Oh yeah, and animals. Animals get
See,
treated
a
as
whole
well.
new business for you.
Yeah.
You know, just anything you can venture into, right?
Oh, come on. Dog will
I'm
bite them.
serious. No.
Just give the dog the pill, that's all. Give him a pill for
awesome.
pain.
And you help with nursing,
Yes,
with breastfeeding.
with breastfeeding. Yep.
Yeah,
what?
that was,
I don't leave, so once they deliver, I usually stay for about 2 hours or a little more. Make sure that they're comfortable, everything's gone well, the placenta has been delivered, and they're feeling good, they're hydrated. And then usually within like an hour after delivery, that's when the baby will latch on. And if they're having a hard time, I help them to do that.
How long does the nurse stick around? If
They're
there
in
is
and
one.
out. Once they deliver, they just come back in and
Yeah,
out
so
checking vitals
Got
and
another
stuff.
job.
They don't.
That's really important to point out, is that when you deliver at a regular hospital and you have
Yep.
your physician, and they're kind of gone, or they're busy with the baby, and then mom doesn't always, get as much attention as
No, mom says,
she really
hey,
needs.
I'm
Exactly,
over here.
yeah.
Especially with breastfeeding.
Right.
So I was really lucky that there was a great lactation consultant in the hospital that I was at that first time, because it was hard. You'd think that it's just this natural thing that just happens when the baby's born. You're a mom, you're a human, you're supposed to be able to breastfeed, and it's not like that.
There's a whole art to it.
Yeah.
There really is.
Yeah.
And it takes a while for the baby to learn and for the mom to know how to position herself to
Yes.
enable the baby and stuff. So it's not as
It's not as intuitive.
Intuitive, thank you. That's the word I was looking for, as you would think. Yeah,
Big
absolutely.
word, intuitive.
I'm smart.
Can you spell intuitive?
I could, yes.
What a
yeah.
nutritionist
Could
who
you
can
spell it, though,
intuitive?
Ed?
Not really. But I didn't bring it up.
Yeah, it definitely isn't as smooth as some people would like. And then some people end up kind of giving up because if they don't have the support that they need.
Well, you can't give up delivering.
No, you can't give up delivering.
Once it's underway, we must finish the game.
But the nursing.
But there are referrals to services too. So once you leave the hospital, if I've helped you, but then you forget or you get nervous when you get home, I can try to coach you over the phone. But there are services like the Leche League and stuff that are very wonderful for assisting, and they are so well known and they are great.
I think your husband on it.
Yeah, and even if you have multiple, even if you've already been through labor with another child and you've been through breastfeeding, each labor is different.
Everyone is different, absolutely.
I found that out to be true.
Oh, yes, yes.
My fourth one, I was really, get away from me, kid, you bother me. Go get a bottle.
God help us if that ever happened.
How old is your child now?
88. It's really unbelievable.
I look great for my age, don't I?
She certainly does.
She's 26.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yes.
Get a hold of.
I could be helping her.
Yeah, I was thinking
was
that.
Was she married?
No, she's not married yet, but her and her boyfriend have been together for 8 years.
Well, too long now. It's either put up or shut up.
A long time.
I'm sure that's what she's thinking, but that's her business, not mine. I don't get involved.
Gino,
I don't get involved.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine.
Oh, yeah, you were together for 92 years before you took the big plunge.
We did. We dated for a really long time, and then we
What's the matter? You wanted to be truer?
I don't know if it was quite 8 years, but it was probably close.
What was the problem here? Speak up. We got another show coming.
Stories
people ever want to hear. There we go.
So I was 30 when I finally got married.
Wow, good for you.
Well, were you 13?
Thank you. First I go from 80 to 13.
Well,
that's great.
You pick what you want and you got it.
He has a trouble with math.
Yeah, two. 2 and 2 make 8. I know
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
So, is there anything else you'd like to add? Because
I think we should talk about more uncomfortable things for Ed.
go ahead. What's more uncomfortable?
That's a great idea.
Go
That's
ahead.
perfect.
What's
You've been
uncomfortable
much
for me?
more well-behaved than Ed.
I didn't
Gino's
do
so
breastfeeding.
quiet over
I
there.
didn't do breastfeeding.
Yeah, no, you wanted to though, right?
I was dry.
You were dry, yeah. I could see why.
I used a pump and it didn't work either.
No? Oh. Did you try the bottle simulator?
I got water though. I don't know what happened.
Oh, gee.
You have anything to say, Gino, for crying out loud? You're being unusually
Very
quiet.
interesting conversation, really.
He's a good listener.
Okay, that's enough. Next. No.
And Gino, do you have children?
Yes,
How many do you have?
2.
And when
Grandchildren.
your wife gave birth to your children, were you involved?
I went to the hospital, the doctor took care of it, the nurse was there. The only
at
thing
the
I did,
beginning.
once it was time to come back, my boss lent me his new Lincoln and I picked him up. That's it.
A new Lincoln?
New Lincoln to pick them up? That's
When the hell was
nice.
this, 1929 or something?
That's not your business.
Oh, sorry.
That's it.
You were involved at the beginning of the thing.
Yes.
You know, I believe when my mother delivered me and my sister, it was a time when they used to put the women out. And they would deliver the baby while the
Wow.
mother was out.
Yeah,
so they didn't even know what labor was. I mean, basically they knew what labor pains were, but they didn't know what actual labor
Yeah,
was.
but who has to
the
know what
active
it is?
labor.
Did you get enjoyment from that?
You feel more connected with your child.
Oh yeah, you have to be awake and alert.
Don't-
That was my reason for not wanting to go the medication route. If I was able to make it through, and I don't judge anybody that's not able to, because I was barely able to.
Oh, to each their own. I mean,
on,
you just
judge
don't know what
somebody.
your
That's-
tolerance for the pain is going to be. There's absolutely no judgment.
No. Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
It's about giving the
wouldn't do it
best
again.
experience possible. So if their experience is going to be better with medication, then
Yes.
that's what it's about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, and I want to tell you.
I'm not there to preach to them to not take medicine. I'm there to
right.
support them with whatever their decision is.
I know what pain is about. I'll tell you what. Here, you get it.
It's about being here right now.
Yeah. I wish he got you.
Your move.
So when your client wants to do the medication route, you would still be a part of that. And
Oh, absolutely. There's still so much support I can offer them. So.
Now, wouldn't that be a clientess?
I don't think that's a thing.
Never heard of it.
I mean,
but
just a feminine of client.
oh, okay.
Yes,
so
I
client,
that out.
clienter, clienter is the male, or
Clienteer.
clienteer. Okay.
So, can we talk about her business just for a moment?
I would love to talk about her business.
Go, you're on.
I mean, I wasn't really.
You have a new
prepared to talk.
program.
I do. Yeah, and I'm actually going to come on and do a whole little show on my new program because it's that exciting.
I'm excited. I don't even know what it is.
I am that excited. Yeah, maybe I should just leave it as a teaser.
Ooh.
I could tell you a little bit. I can tell you that it's for busy moms. So since we're talking about moms anyway, this does tie
What do you mean for busy mom?
So my program is geared towards busy moms that want to
Oh,
be
for,
healthy.
F-O-R. I thought you
Not
meant...
F-O-U-R, not 4 or 5.
You
Yeah.
know, I taught math. I got confused.
We have
Yes.
2 minutes left. Can she finish?
2 minutes,
Yeah.
32. Thank you.
So it's for busy moms that want to get healthy and lose weight. And it's a 12-week program. And I walk them through the entire process, and we do not count calories or do diets or restrict your favorite foods or make it miserable in any way, shape, or form.
Is this in person or virtual?
So most of what I do is virtual because I'm in New Hampshire and
And we have the technology.
we have the technology. It's great. I can reach anyone in the whole United States.
Well, how much you paying for me to drive you to some client? You know.
I mean, it is nice to be in person. I will say, anytime I do have a
my
client
own
that's
business.
close enough to actually meet in person, I do love that. But it's just not feasible. And I can help so many more people by doing it virtually.
What about, I want to be in person? I could make my own business. I'll drive you there.
You
Get
could be
it
my
into your
driver. I
feed.
think I would want like a helicopter though to make it really fast because I don't want to, spend too much
Well,
time.
I don't have to stop for lights.
Yeah.
I should.
You could beam me, actually, if you could come up with that technology, that would be
Beam you up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Star Trek technology.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be great.
What have you been drinking?
So anyway, I'm a dietitian and I can help you with all your nutritional needs.
How are they getting in
Work
touch
together.
with
They go to my website.
you? Which is?
LucyHutchingsRD.com.
See, I taught you how to slow
That's
down.
right.
Didn't I?
I did that for
She used
you,
to go,
Yep. And I'm on Facebook a ton.
Oh, there it is,
right.
lady. Look at that. Look
Right
at
there, you
that.
can see Facebook is at Wellness from Within Nutrition. And if you go to that page and you like that page and follow the page, you will get my videos and all my tips and all kinds of things that help you with your journey.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
look,
yeah.
Thank you.
All right. I want,
2-in-1
thank
special
you.
here.
No, thank you. No. I want to thank you, Lori Ann
Thank
Doula.
you. Thank
You have the comma after that. Lori Ann, comma, Doula.
Yes. Sure.
Thank you for being on.
Thank
want
you
to
for
come
having
back?
me.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll come back.
Okay,
At a
good.
later date.
Yeah, much later date, probably.
Yeah, I don't need to be back next week.
No, no, a week after. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can talk
You
more
schedule
labor
something.
stories.
Yeah. We can scream to give you labor stories.
Yeah, we can simulate
All right.
it.
Right,
we'll put you down
we'll
on
do
the
a live
floor.
action.
We'll,
Thank
we'll
you,
use
Lucy.
him as a dummy.
You can lay him down on the floor.
Thank you for having me.
Certainly. Who we look? Oh, thank you for being here.
You're welcome,
Thanks,
sir.
Gino.
It's always so much having you. Yeah, okay. All right. We'll be back. I don't know when because we're having trouble scheduling people. You want to be on the show, contact the station. It's WestfordCAT.org. Or their phone number is 978-692-7152. You didn't think I knew that, did you?
No.
I didn't.
You
All
better
right.
hurry up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ed Sullivan is dead, but Cohen isn't. And when it comes to weather, Cohen's smart. As New York as you get, his money's on the Mets, which goes to show that Ed's a Joe who always bets his heart. You'll hear a slick review or two from Nicky. And Cantor Something Berg will sing some song. There's weather news and shtick, enough to make you sick. You'll be glad you came over.